Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my Surah by Surah series. This is part 75, Surah Al Qiyama, the resurrection. So, my dear brothers and sisters, have you ever procrastinate something important and tell yourself, I'll deal with it later? Well, Surah Al Qiyama comes in and says, later is coming and is not asking for your permission. Resurrection is not optional. Is inevitable. So Surah Al Qiyama is a Meccan surah. It's with 40 verses. It focuses entirely on the certainty of resurrection, human denial, the reality of death, the day of judgment, the accountability of every soul. And this surah is direct. It's intense and it shakes the heart awake. So verses 1 through 2 talks about the oath by the day of resurrection. Allah begins, I swear by the day of resurrection, and I swear by the self-reapproaching soul. The self-reapproaching soul, nafs al-lawama, is the conscience, the part of you that feels guilt after sin. So the fact that you feel guilt is proof your heart is still alive. So in verses 3 through 5 talks about the arrogance of denial. Allah addresses skeptics. Does man think we will not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able to proportion his fingertips, even fingerprints, unique and precise. In today's reflection, DNA, fingerprints, cellular detail, Allah mentioned precision long before science caught up with it. So resurrection is not hard for the one who created you in the first time. So verses 6 through 15 talks about the panic on that day. When asked, when is the day of resurrection? It's not curiosity, it's mockery. But Allah describes what will happen. Eyes will be dazzled, moon darkened, sun and moon joined. The man will cry, where is the escape? There will be none. And in verse 14 talks about your body will testify. A man will be a witness against himself. No need for argument. Your own limbs will speak. So a lesson we can learn from that is every scroll, every word, every glance is recorded. Verses 26 through 30 talks about the moment of death, one of the most emotional passages in the Quran, when the soul reaches the throat. And people say, is there any healer? But it's too late. Your final journey has begun. Verses 22 through 25 talks about the two faces on that day. Allah describes bright faces looking at their Lord, radiant, peaceful, and other faces, darkened faces, expecting disaster, and preparation determines expression. So the lessons we can learn from Surah Al Qiyama is resurrection is certain, conscience is a gift, and resurrection is scientifically logical, death is unavoidable, accountability is personal. So for my dawah, for my non-Muslims watching this video, if creation happened once, why deny it happening again? Resurrection answers life's biggest moral question. What happens to injustice? Islam provides clarity. To Muslims, don't wait until deathbed repentance. Use your conscience now. Clean your record now. Because when resurrection comes, excuses expire. So in my closing reflection, Surah Al Qiyama reminds us you can ignore the alarm, but you can't stop the morning. So resurrection is coming. So live in the way that your face shines and not trembles.